Welcome to a chilling journey through the Philippines, where history and horror intertwine in ways that will leave you questioning what's real. In this video, we explore 13 of the most haunted places across the islands, where restless spirits, long-forgotten tragedies, and supernatural forces await. From abandoned hospitals to mysterious tunnels, these haunted locations are filled with dark stories and unexplainable phenomena. So, if you dare, let's step into the shadows and uncover the mysteries that have been hidden for generations. 1. Diplomat Hotel, Baguio City. On the outskirts of Baguio City, the Diplomat Hotel stands as a monument to a tragic history. Built in 1911 as a retreat for Dominican friars, it was overtaken by Japanese forces during World War II. Nuns and priests were executed in the building, and the hotel's history is soaked in blood and sorrow. The echoes of their suffering have never left. As you approach the hotel, the air grows heavy, suffocating with the weight of the past. Shadows flicker in the corners of your eyes, and the temperature drops with each step closer to the hotel's foreboding entrance. Visitors report seeing headless apparitions, their bodies still trapped in the violent moment of their deaths. The unmistakable sound of whispers, low and unintelligible, can be heard at night, like the spirits are pleading for release. One brave guest shared, "I woke up to a cold breath against my face, and when I opened my eyes, I saw a shadowy figure standing at the foot of my bed. It didn't move, just stared at me, before vanishing into thin air. The room felt suffocating, like I wasn't alone." The Diplomat Hotel is not just a hotel, it is a grave, and its guests are forever bound to the ghosts of its past. 2. Clark Airbase Hospital, Pampanga. Once a top-tier medical facility for American soldiers, the Clark Airbase Hospital in Pampanga played a crucial role during the Vietnam War. Countless soldiers passed through its gates, many never leaving alive. The hospital's abandonment in the 1990s left behind a haunting legacy that still echoes in its empty hallways. The hospital feels like a place trapped in time, as though the spirits of the soldiers and nurses who perished there continued to roam its decaying rooms. Visitors report hearing the distinct sound of medical equipment beeping, even though it hasn't been used in decades. Ghostly figures in military uniforms wander the halls, their eyes hollow with the trauma they endured. One visitor shared, "I was walking through the main corridor when I heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps behind me. When I turned, there was no one there. The air turned cold, and I felt a hand brush against my shoulder, only to find no one in sight." The Clark Airbase Hospital is more than just abandoned. It's a battlefield where the dead still seek to be heard. 3. Manila Film Center, Pasay City. In 1981, the Manila Film Center was meant to be the epitome of glamour, a luxurious venue for the Manila International Film Festival. But during its rapid construction, a tragic accident buried workers alive in wet cement. Rumor has it that some of their bodies were never retrieved, their spirits eternally trapped in the building. The film center, once a shining beacon of entertainment, now stands as a dark, oppressive monument to the tragedy. Visitors hear screams that echo through the walls, like the trapped souls are still trying to escape. Footsteps follow visitors, though no one is there, and some claim to hear a voice whispering, "Tulungan niyo kami, help us." One security guard shared, "I was patrolling the building when I suddenly heard muffled screams from the walls. I rushed to the source but found nothing, just silence." But the unease never left. The Manila Film Center isn't just haunted, it's a grave, and its spirits are still fighting for their release. 4. Balit Drive, Quezon City. One of the most infamous roads in Quezon City, Balit Drive is known for its haunting and ghostly sightings. The street, lined with massive balit trees, is rumored to be the home of a spirit, the White Lady, said to be the ghost of a woman who tragically died in a car accident years ago. As you drive down the road at night, the atmosphere thickens and the air turns cold. The white figure of the woman often appears in rearview mirrors, her face pale and expressionless. Some drivers claim their cars suddenly stall, and the eerie silence is broken by the sound of rustling leaves, though the trees remain still. One driver shared, "I saw the white lady standing on the side of the road, looking straight at me. I slowed down to offer help, but when I looked again, she had vanished. The car wouldn't start until I left the area." Elite Drive is not just a road, it is a passage to the unknown, where the dead are still waiting for their justice. 5. Fort Santiago, Manila. Standing since 1593, Fort Santiago in Manila has witnessed centuries of violence, imprisonment, and death. The fortress was used to torture and execute Filipinos during both the Spanish and Japanese occupations, and the ghosts of those who died within its walls still haunt the fort to this day. As you step through the gates, the air becomes thick with the screams of the past. Eerie footsteps echo on the cobbled streets, and the sounds of chains rattling seem to follow visitors around the fort. One of the most haunted spots is the execution ground, where the headless spirits of executed prisoners are said to linger, forever searching for the justice they never received. A tourist shared, "I was standing near the old cells when I felt a sudden cold breath on my neck. When I turned, I saw nothing, but the oppressive feeling of being watched never left. I had to leave before I lost my sanity." Fort Santiago is a place of torment, where the dead continue to haunt those who step on the sacred ground. 6. Teachers Camp, Baguio City. Once a military hospital during World War II, Teachers Camp in Baguio City is now a place where the ghosts of soldiers still wander. Many of the wounded soldiers who died in the camp never left, and their restless spirits continue to roam the land. The camp, located in the cool, foggy mountains of Baguio, holds a quiet, oppressive atmosphere. Whispers fill the air, and visitors hear the unmistakable sound of footsteps, though no one is near. Some have reported seeing the ghostly figure of a nurse, still tending to invisible patients in the still night. One guest recalled, "I woke up in the middle of the night and heard footsteps walking outside my door. When I opened it, no one was there, but I felt an overwhelming sense of unease, like someone was watching me, and I couldn't leave." The spirits in Teachers Camp are forever trapped in the world between life and death, and they won't let you forget them. 7. Laperal White House, Baguio City. Located in the heart of Baguio City, the Laperal White House is a mansion that has witnessed much sorrow. Built in the 1930s, it became a site of violence and death during World War II. The house was a place of horror, and its walls still echo the tragic fate of those who perished within it. The mansion is dark, heavy with the weight of 1,000 untold stories. Shadowy figures flit through the windows, and the air feels thick, like something is waiting. Visitors to the house often report feeling an oppressive presence, like the spirits of the past are just behind them. The most terrifying apparition is that of a woman in white, who is said to be seen wandering the halls, her face twisted in sorrow. One visitor shared, "I was exploring the attic when I felt a chill down my spine. I turned to leave, but when I looked back, I saw a woman standing at the top of the stairs, her face obscured by her hair. As I approached, she disappeared into the shadows." The Laperal White House is a place where the dead still wander, seeking justice that they'll never receive. 8. Ozone Disco, Quezon City. The Ozone Disco in Quezon City was once a vibrant nightclub, but in 1996, it became the site of one of the most horrific disasters in the Philippines. A fire trapped over 50 people inside, and it is rumored that some of their bodies were never recovered. The club, now abandoned, is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who perished in the flames. The atmosphere inside is thick with the smell of smoke and decay, and visitors often hear shadowy figures moving in the dark. The sound of muffled screams and distant music haunts the old dance floor. Some claim to feel the presence of the victims, lost souls still trapped in the building, searching for their final rest. 9. Locan Road, Baguio City. Loken Road in Baguio City is infamous for its fatal accidents and mysterious occurrences. The road winds through misty hills, and for many years, locals have believed that the spirits of the dead haunt this winding path. The road's reputation as a place where people disappear into the fog is well known, with many drivers and pedestrians reporting ghostly encounters and unexplained sensations. The eerie atmosphere of the road is thick, almost suffocating. Visitors often feel the sudden presence of someone, just out of sight. The most disturbing sight is that of a hitchhiker, who appears on a roadside only to disappear as soon as someone stops to help. Some claim that their cars mysteriously stall, or that the engine refuses to start, no matter how much they try. One driver shared, "I saw a man standing at the side of the road, waving for help. When I stopped, he vanished before my eyes. I tried to start the car again, but it wouldn't budge until I drove several miles away." The spirits of those who died in tragic accidents seem to remain trapped forever on the haunted road. 10. San Juanico Bridge, Leyte Samar. San Juanico Bridge, the longest in the Philippines, spans across the Samar-Leyte Strait, linking the islands with its towering structure. However, there are dark rumors surrounding its construction, disappearances of workers, and whispers of human sacrifices to ensure the strength of the bridge. Some locals believe that the spirits of those who perished during its construction still haunt the bridge, seeking peace. As night falls, the once majestic bridge becomes a terrifying sight. Voices are heard in the wind, whispers of lost souls, their cries carried on the breeze. The oppressive air is often accompanied by chilling sensations, and drivers crossing the bridge feel a sudden, unexplainable weight in their hearts. One motorist shared, "As I drove across the bridge, I felt something grab my wrist, pulling me back. I turned, but there was no one. My car stalled immediately after, and I could feel a presence surrounding me. The souls of the forgotten workers seemed to linger, still trapped on this structure of sorrow." 11. Malinta Tunnel, Corregidor Island. On the island of Corregidor, a site of World War II significance, stands the Malinta Tunnel, a dark, haunted place where countless soldiers met their untimely deaths. Used as a hospital and military base, the tunnel witnessed the agony of wounded soldiers, the brutality of war, and the suffering of those trapped in its depths. The tunnel's eerie silence is often broken by the faint sounds of footsteps, whispers, and distant screams. The air is thick and suffocating, making it feel as though the very walls are closing in. The darkness is almost tangible, and many report an overwhelming sensation of being watched, as though the spirits of the dead are circling, always nearby. Some visitors claim to see the ghosts of soldiers, flickering torches, and shadowy figures moving through the passageways. One visitor shared, "I was in the tunnel when I felt an overwhelming coldness. I turned to leave, but the air grew thick, I couldn't breathe. Then, I saw a shadow pass by me, fast, like it was chasing me. I ran out as fast as I could." The Malinta Tunnel is not just a historical landmark. It is a portal to the past, where the dead never found peace. 12. Gased National Elementary School, Baguio City. Gased National Elementary School in Baguio City is rumored to sit atop a mass grave from World War II. The spirits of those who perished here are said to still haunt the school, especially after dark. The school, which has been operating for decades, is plagued by strange occurrences, shadowy figures, whispers, and an overwhelming sense of dread that fills the classrooms. The feeling of being watched is most intense in certain areas of the school, particularly near the old classrooms. The laughter of children is heard echoing through the halls late at night, but when teachers or students check, the halls are empty. The presence of the spirits is undeniable, as though they are still waiting for something to be completed. One teacher shared, "I was in a classroom late one night when I heard the sound of children laughing. I thought it was a group of students playing, but when I checked, no one was there. The temperature dropped so suddenly that I could see my breath. Then, I heard footsteps, but no one was around. The spirits of the dead are still trapped in the school, and they seem to be calling for help. 13. Hyatt Terraces Hotel, Baguio City. Once a thriving hotel, the Hyatt Terraces in Baguio City was destroyed during the 1990 Luzon earthquake, trapping many guests inside. The building, which once echoed with laughter and conversation, became a tomb for those lost in the collapse. Now, the Hyatt Terraces Hotel is an eerie reminder of that terrible day, with visitors often reporting disturbing experiences and encounters with the restless spirits of the victims. The haunting atmosphere of the hotel is thick with grief. The sounds of screams and crashing debris can sometimes still be heard, despite the building's destruction. Those who venture near the ruins report seeing the ghostly figures of the staff, still performing their duties and hearing the agonizing cries of those trapped within. One visitor shared, "I was walking near the ruins when I suddenly heard a loud scream, as though someone was trapped beneath the rubble. I turned to look, but saw no one, just an empty, desolate site. I felt like the hotel itself was trying to tell me something. The spirits of the lost are still there, wandering the ruins, searching for the rest they never received." These 13 haunted places in the Philippines hold more than just eerie tales. They are the resting places of souls who were never given peace. From tragic deaths to unexplained phenomena, these locations are steeped in mystery, their spirits forever tethered to the land. Have you ever visited any of these places? Do you have your own chilling stories to share? Drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more terrifying tales from the Philippines and beyond. Who knows what's waiting for you in the dark corners of the world?